extreme cake makers. One baker whose work has been exhibited at the Victoria and Albert Museum is food art specialist Michelle Wibberwoe. And today in Surrey, Michelle is working on her next commission, a cake for the chairman of a specialist tea company.
His staff is throwing a surprise birthday party, so they choose to have a surprise cake for him. They've chosen a teapot cake. It's based on one of the teapots that Mr. Satya designed himself.
Company manager Annetta has commissioned the cake for chairman Nimal Setia.
He creates his own teapots, which are in themselves works of art.
And it's one of these ornate designs Michelle's got to replicate out of cake.
The elephant teapot is made out of gold and silver and studded with emeralds, rubies and diamonds. I'm very excited to see what the cake will look like. I'm hoping for something extraordinary.
The teapot itself, it has to look realistic. It's very important to get everything right. The proportion, the color, the details, the patterns, lots of things happening in one cake.
Michelle set herself the ambitious task of making a teapot that appears to be flying, as well as pouring real tea from the spout. Fashioned from vanilla sponge and covered in white sugar paste, it will be decorated in the style of one of birthday boy Nimal's teapots. She'll also make a sugar paste model of the man himself, but as he's vegan, the cake has to be egg and dairy free.
So the biggest challenge for this cake is not only just the intricate details of the teapot itself, but also there's a real tea coming out of the teapot, and it's going to be quite challenging.
Having baked the vegan sponges and smothered with dairy-free buttercream, Michelle begins by carving the shape of the teapot using a template.
I've got various images of the teapot from different angles. It's very important. You don't want to just cut and end up, oops.
But it's not the easiest shape to get right.
I don't like this part. But it will look like a teapot, I promise you later.
Michelle's next task is to start on the cantilever structure on which the sponge will sit to make it appear as if it's flying. The cup will also contain a pump that will make it look as if the tea is pouring from the pot.
I'm always nervous to see when everything comes together, and it might work or might not work. Time will tell and see what happens.
In Sussex, Michelle has assembled her sponge teapot onto a cantilevered frame, so it appears to be floating.
There's like a metal structure underneath to support the whole thing, basically, and it connects with this structure that connects to the board. So there will be real tea flowing through this mug up to the spout and then come back down, so it gives you the illusion like the water is coming out of the teapot.
Having modelled a sugar paste elephant trunk and glued it to the cake, Michelle is now making it look as realistic as possible.
Got lots of details in terms of the skin texture. That's it.
Next, Michelle tackles the 3D figure of tea company chairman Nimal and starts by shaping his head from more sugar paste.
It is really tricky to get a likeness of somebody, but once it's painted, it's going to have more resemblance. The head is done, now I need to do the body.
Michelle adds sugar paste clothing and finishes it with a red turban.
This arm here, I'm going to attach it once it's just next to the teapot, and he will be leaning on a teacup, I think.
Model made, Michelle returns to the teapot, and it's time to see if her design to allow tea to flow from the spout actually works.
Whew, I'm really nervous. Oh no. Why is it like that? The pump is a bit too strong. I need to glue this so it doesn't spill there.
To block the spout so the tea flows into the cup, Michelle uses edible glue.
At the moment, all I can do is just wait for the glue to dry.
Hands tied and frustrated, Michelle paints the teapot.
Even though there's a chance it might not work, but I'd rather take the chance than choosing the easier option. I don't know, it's just me, make my life complicated.
But the cake needs to be delivered to London tomorrow, and Michelle still doesn't know if her teapot will actually pour tea. In London, it's the day of the surprise birthday party, and Michelle and husband Michael are delivering the elephant teapot cake to the venue.
Nightmare. I hate London traffic.
They've arrived in the nick of time.
The main body, the structures, there's no damage, which is awesome.
But Michelle still doesn't know if her teapot successfully pours.
Good to go.
All in working order, all that's left is to reveal the cake to manager Annetta.
Hi, Michelle. Wow, this looks spectacular. And is it real tea that is
Can you smell it?
I actually can. I mean, you really captured it. And it looks
Thank you.
absolutely stunning.
It's a triumph. The elephant cake is made from layers of vegan sponge, smothered in dairy-free buttercream, and covered with intricate hand-painted sugar paste. It's highly detailed, with sugar paste trunks decorated with edible jewels, and all finished with a miniature sugar paste figurine of chairman and birthday boy Nimel standing proudly at the base. Time for a birthday tea.
Shocked. Thank you all. Enjoy, please. Very creative, very innovative, and beautifully done.
It may be a cake engineering masterpiece, but it has to have flavour to match.
It's really good.
This is definitely one of the most challenging cakes I've ever done, but there's no way it's stopping me to do even more challenging and exciting cakes.
For a crazy man, a crazy cake. I loved it.